Welcome to Voices of Courage Asia channel. This is Lilian here, your host for today, and this is the channel for spotlighting female entrepreneurs. And we would like to learn from all the nuggets of wisdom from our entrepreneurs in the Courage Business Network, especially. And today I have a very special guest, and she is none other than Charu Mehrota. Hi, Charu. Yeah,
Hi, Lilian. Thank you so much for having me.
you're welcome. Let me properly introduce Charu before we, have a informal conversation,
Yes.
right? Charu is the founder of Womenlines, and wow, she is a trailblazer in the women's empowerment and digital leadership. As the founder of Womenlines, she has built a global platform dedicated to inspiring and educating women. Proud her Courage Awards 2024 recipient as well, and also coming back as the judge for the awards 2025. Yeah, and she has been our member, contributing, and we look forward to more sharing from her through her business showcase, and looking forward to even a masterclass, right? And Charu has continued to uplift female leaders, especially in the areas through media and advocacy. Yeah, so Charu, welcome to the channel again. I think this is not the first time you're here with us, right?
Thank you so much, Lilian, for such a warm welcome. And yes, all we are so grateful to you that you have created this platform, and we are learning a lot from each other. So yes, so much to do together, so much to learn from each other. I'm looking forward for a wonderful journey.
You're so humble. Yeah, and for this channel, we want to specifically focus on, learning all from you, all your wealth of experience, in the area of entrepreneurship. Because for those who are listening in, before we continue the to start the conversation, right, that I extract all the wisdom from Charu, do remember to subscribe and like this channel and share it with your friends who are aspiring entrepreneurs or who have just started out, right? And so Charu, in a nutshell,
Yep.
tell us more about yourself first, and of course then what you do and what is so unique about this business.
We'll love to. Thank you so much, Lilian. So I am Charu Mehrota, and I am an entrepreneur for last 16 years, I can say that, running my fourth venture, which is my passion, womenlines.com. It's an online media platform to promote excellence in women. We focus on leadership, women health, women business skill, and we publish content in form of articles, talk shows, and interviews. So, idea for creating Women Lines was cooking in my head for many years. Somehow, my entrepreneurship journey was mostly related to females and entrepreneurship together. Like the first business which I started in Singapore, when I landed here, that was a clothing company, and it was to promote Indian handicraft clothing item for women. And I partnered with a friend of mine, and we both had some skills. And Singapore ecosystem supported us. It was We are so grateful to Singapore government here that they have created this amazing ecosystem which supports everybody, and even strangers are welcome here. So initial years I knew nobody, but that supporting system around those sessions around by community center, I became an associate in a community center where I was staying, and there I learned a lot from the sessions which community center teams were organizing, and we organized many events. Early 4 5 years, amazing learning through that. So first was the clothing company, the second was again with a partner that was an events company. That was also related to women entrepreneurship, because when we saw that there are so many female entrepreneurs in our community who need that base to create visibility about their products locally. So we thought, let's associate with different associations and create events for them so that they have some place to showcase, and people can meet, talk, participate in events, and buy from them, and they can learn about their products and services. 2 3 years down the line, I had to stop both businesses because there were certain challenges. But one of my partner left for India, and the other business partner had also some requirements. So we decided, let's stop. But the starting years of these 6 years, amazing personal transformation in form of learning those skills which I never thought I will. I was having employee mindset because in back in India, I've seen my family to be in a salary job, and nobody talks about starting business or talking about initiating a business. And I don't have a business degree. So getting into this field for itself was a surprise to me also, how I am giving myself permission to go in this. But there was some attraction. There was something. And then there were so many inspiring women around the world who were sharing their information with how they are transforming their life, like Oprah Winfrey. Amazing inspiration, the way she has created a benchmark, a way she has inspired so many women across. My goodness. So whenever I listened to her, I got those wisdom sources which really pulled that, okay, just keep working. You have something you have to dig out, and it will take time. Just continue the journey so that you become the version which requires to run that business. Not easy. As an entrepreneur, ups and downs come, and especially if you are not having the business degree, it really requires that guts and that motivation and that mindset to keep going, to keep striving. And the third opportunity came in the form of software, like startup. I don't have any tech background. Believe me, that I still wonder how I dared to say yes to my partner that, okay, I will take care of everything. You take care of the tech part. But I did it. We incubated in SMU. The name was EarnGo. It was for data transcription through mobile channels. That was the idea. 3 years, lovely journey. We were like students. And then incubating it in SMU, meeting investors, pitching to people, that transformed me and gave me a bigger vision that how system works, how companies work, and what's the business plan, what's the marketing, what things are required and as a core of a business which we were not aware previously. And you have to upskill yourself for all the skills. You cannot run from the same mindset which you're having for the previous business. So every stage required a different version of Charu Mehrotra, and that required some extra, what to say, inputs, extra efforts, extra upskilling efforts, which happen through digital media. Because through digital media only, whatever skill I required, suppose I have to learn something for the marketing, no MBA for me, right? So there is YouTube, there are audiobooks, there are influencers who are sharing amazing content. So I got that direction somehow. I followed my guts, and whenever any challenge came, I learned, upskilled myself in those of mindset and the basic skills which I can use to carry that business. So started from there, cooking idea of digital media, that why we are not having any media which is just publishing content and promoting excellence in women, because as women we are same across the globe. There's no difference. Health challenges, mindset challenges, we are having same. So there has to be some platform where we are connecting women across the globe and providing them that content which can help them to be a better version, and giving them space also to talk about it, to celebrate their achievements. So many ideas were coming throughout my journey. So when I had to stop my last venture, which was in partnership, I dared again to start something on my solo journey. I registered Womenlines 5 years back. And then definitely ups and downs. Still the journey is on. But yes, every year there was growth. Every year, whenever I tried to quit, the day night I'm thinking, okay, I have to think something else. This cannot go the way it is. Again got some direction. Again something happened. That took me to the next level. So we are there. We are on third spot in top 80 online magazines across the globe now by FeedSpot. And we have plans now. I'm building a team. I'm excited for this coming year because so many collaborations happening. And yeah, so much to do together for empowerment of women.
That is quite a journey. And I love what you mentioned very earlier on in the initial stage where you gave yourself permission. You gave yourself permission to start and give yourself permission to explore and experiment. And even though you do not have that expertise or enough knowledge in that specific area, but you gave yourself permission to move ahead, to move forward. I love that spirit. I love that attitude.
Mm.
And you move from like partnership, sometimes when we um, embarking on a new journey, it can be quite apprehensive because there's a lot of uncertainty or we have a lot of self-doubt, right? But partnering with someone was one of the way that you can journey together, you can support each other, and then eventually now you're starting something on your own, having the courage to start something on your own,
Yes.
and then leverage on all the experiences that you had in your previous venture, and now on your way to building the team.
Yes, that's the intention.
Wow.
Because as a partnership, you are not like facing loneliness. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, I'm telling you. It's a very lonely journey because you are only dealing with all the insecurities, all the challenges, and working upon to make it possible. So I miss my partners definitely. But then I thought, let me be partner of myself only and let me communicate with myself and then take it further and just keep feeling what is missing and what is required. Let me just keep working on that. And there is certain version of Charu Mehrota which requires to run that exact dream, womenlines.com, which I have dreamt 5 years back. Let me put efforts to create that person so that she is able to run it smoothly. So every year I'm upgrading myself, upskilling myself. Recently, I've again joined some course in SMU for AI, and I'm looking forward. Okay, this has to be there in my work. So why not upskill yourself? So yeah, journey is on.
Right. And in fact, entrepreneurial journey doesn't have to be lonely, right? That's why we have her Courage Business
Yes,
Network
that's
where
why
we
I
work together.
joined.
Yes.
Yes, I love the
And
group. I highly
yeah,
recommend. Same mindset people when work together, they learn a lot, they do a lot, and amazing things can be done together.
yeah. And I think irons sharpens iron where we come together to brainstorm and to throw out the different challenges that we face in our journey. So yeah, pioneering something can be very can like you say can be lonely, but it doesn't have to be, right? We
Correct. I
can,
agree.
yeah, we
Absolutely.
can find the right tribe, the support system to support us in this journey.
Yeah.
So here we talk a lot about mindset because our community is all about leadership mindset,
Yes.
entrepreneurial mindset. So I'm going to, dig into your mindset so that our audience out there, can learn from our past mistakes and shorten their learning curve to avoid the pitfalls along the way. Yeah, I think these are valuable sharing that we hope that our audience would appreciate. So let's get going now. Um, First question I want to check in with you is what were some of your struggles, and challenges starting out as an entrepreneur? Because you didn't come from an entrepreneurial
Mm.
background, right? So, but I know one just now you mentioned you gave yourself permission, and but what were some of the challenges and struggles that you when you were starting
Lots
out?
of, lots of. I can write a book on it, because every other day there was some inner voice which was calling me to just shut down what you're thinking. Is it possible or not? You're thinking so big. Global magazine platform. Come on, who thinks like that? Who thinks about reaching out to countries from your room, talking about promoting excellence? Who will hear you? Who will listen to you? There was so many inner, I would say, noise, chaos, confusion. I mean, those moments were really sometimes challenging, and especially if you are working upon some idea which you are like crazy about and you believe it strongly, and then you are not able to convince people around you that, but they are happy because this is giving you happiness. But yeah, people are not convinced because they have own their own reasoning, and you have to create something to convince them. So there was so many struggles. The first was the self doubt because of the lack of the degree, because of the lack of exact what to say, the required skills, right? Every stage required a different version, as I mentioned earlier. So all those doubts at times really were to tackle. I mean, I had my episodes of depression. I mean, I don't call it openly that ways because it was not something I took medication or I consulted. I think I became my counselor myself. But those points, those days are those down days where just you don't feel like doing anything. You just feel like let go everything and do something else or start something new. All those negative talk, negative chaos. So I had my definitely those episodes. My family knows that I'm not in my energy, I'm not in my real in, and things are not working. Then you're talking, trying to talk to your partner or your friend, and then suddenly some mentor pops up. Maybe something comes up, and they say, "Okay, come and share with me, have a coffee with me. Come on, what's there?" And I talk. Believe me, Lilian, most of the problem happens because we are in our head. Mostly we are just overthinking right now after so much journey and starting many ventures and then running. I am having challenges right now also, but what I've discovered that stop being in your head. So all those struggles which was, and now I realize it was me, myself, my thoughts, my apprehensions, my vision, because I was not having that faith in me. The moment I started having a positive conversation by putting up extra effort for my self-care, for putting up extra effort for my personal growth in the form of journaling, in the form of listening to right people, and getting some mentors in the form of some experienced entrepreneurs who have already run it, and trying to interact with them, asking them just small time, and they are ready to give you a listening ear and give their feedbacks. It won't stop you. I'm telling you, never ever stop yourself because of your inner thoughts and your self doubt, because that only stops us. The day we realize that the version which is required to run that business, maybe after 3 4 years, she will be so happy, grateful, full of gratitude to you, that you never stopped that night, you never went for a job interview which you decided, and you continued working upon your idea. Because I think things are available around, we have to tap on it, whether resources, whether guidance, whether mentorship. We have to ask for it, we have to speak about it, we have to put words around it. Guidance, help comes, and then you go to the next step. So it's all about you first, handle yourself first, have your clarity, take care. Personal care is so important in present times. When you are aligned, you will have the guidance and you will keep working. So you are precious to yourself, so make sure that everybody is taking care of self.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think what I caught from what you shared earlier was also journaling, right? You
Yes.
took some actions, Yes, there are those negative narratives that go in the head or the self doubt, but you took time to journal and reflect. Yeah, I think that's a very important habit that all entrepreneurs and leaders, you want to nurture that kind of habit, and that is reflective, introspective reflection. Take time out to journal and reflect, because I mean, this is something that I do as well. So that, and most of the time, the ideas and solutions came from these moments of
Correct.
reflection,
So true.
right?
So true. Very well said. In fact, I mean, I've just recently come across a wonderful tip that instead of writing, start speaking, have audio journal. While you're walking, when you are, I mean, you are in on your own, you are walking alone or something, just record yourself, speak out with emotions. What's worrying you? What are the troubles? And listen. This is something I have to act, but I find it very powerful that voice impacts more, and then you are having more clarity, right? Once you will start repeating, listening, and then you will rework and rework, I think you will get better clarity.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are many
Another,
other ways.
yeah. And another thing that you highlighted was mentoring, right?
Correct.
Seeking for mentorship and learning from others. And in fact, we mentioned earlier, so that this can shorten the learning curve, right?
Very
If
true.
you whether you want to go through the school of hard knocks
Time is precious.
Yeah, you don't have to make all the mistakes in the
Very
world
true.
yourself.
Very
Learn
true.
from other people's mistake and avoid them.
Correct.
Avoid those pitfalls, right? And so I love to have conversations with people who are in different industry and who have all in the same industry, who have been there, done that, and we learn from each other. Yeah, so mentoring is another um, area that we want to set aside time for. Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yes, and when one more thing you mentioned was being aligned, the alignment, always coming back to reminding ourselves our dream and that
Very
audacious dream, right? You're sitting in a room, and who would think of having a global platform empowering women with excellence? And because of that dream, and you did not quench that dream with all the self doubt, now you have a platform and communicated and connected with so many women globally.
Yes,
I
200
think,
women plus I've interviewed already, and I have bigger vision now.
yeah, so wonderful, isn't it? I think do not crush that dream. So for
Thank
our
you.
audience out there, yeah, thanks for showing the example, for walking the talk and leading by example. And for our audience out there, if you are listening in, and if you have missed what the earlier section, go rewind, replay, and hear what Charu has shared. You know, don't quench your dream.
Very
Don't
true.
never give up. Yeah, there will be moments. There will be times. I guarantee you.
We,
We guarantee you.
yeah, we prepared for it.
There will be times that
I
you
always
feel
say,
like throwing in the towel.
I
Yeah.
always say entrepreneurship is like walking in a park, and the park is Jurassic Park. And every day we have to crush one dinosaur which is coming in front. So we have to prepare our like mindset like that. Okay, we have done it before. No wonder we will cross this also.
Wow, what an exciting analogy. Oh, it is a walk in the park, but it's a dinosaur park.
Dinosaur Park,
I
Jurassic
like
Park.
that. That's fun. Jurassic Park. Right. So yeah, coming back to the mindset, right? Dealing with the mindset, crush all that self doubt narratives, journaling,
Yeah.
mentoring, getting yourself aligned to your dreams and your goals and vision. Yeah. So I think what are the actions that actually you took, especially in times of crisis, like we had COVID, but because you're doing online, so actually that works to your advantage, isn't it?
Correct. That was like growth period for Women Lines because I was
Mm,
connected to people across the globe through LinkedIn. I really got very amazing connections. I learned a lot from them. So yeah, the COVID time was a boost for us. But then again, when everybody was, I mean, online, and then things were getting back to normal, then now I can say it's crowded, right? It's digital media is like overwhelmed with the content. So then the other challenges are coming, like how you're creating some unique content where you
yeah,
are getting, because attention span is also reducing, right? So there are the challenges to work upon. But yes, whenever challenges come, then we think, and when we think, we get some guidance. So I am having my vision very clear.
right. So very interesting that you mentioned this, and that got me curious about what were some of the actions that you took to stay in the game, because now digital AI, it's like it's the future. We are living in that future, and how do you stay in the game and differentiate yourself?
See, the first thing, I will repeat again, upskill, keep upskilling yourself. Singapore, we are blessed to have our resources to keep upskilling ourselves through Skills Future, through other sources where we can really attend classes and get to know about the latest technology and upskill with the latest trends which are happening around. So just keep registering for the courses. You can use your upskill, account and Skills Future account, and then you can be part of so many courses. I have a bucket list to do so many courses, which is like, okay, this is also there, this is also there. But right now I'm focusing on AI and marketing only. And I have done one last year. I am planning one this year again. So upskilling is one. I will strongly recommend every entrepreneur keep working upon it, because otherwise we will be left behind. World is changing.
Mm,
World is changing in terms of economically, also what is changing in terms of the trends, the technology getting used, and world is changing also in terms of the way countries are interacting with each other. So many challenges are coming, so many negative happenings are coming. So as a woman, upskilling will help you to go as the trends are there, then working upon self care.
mm,
2 years down the line, since last 2 years, 2 years back, I was not that much particular about the self-care, because I thought, okay, self-care is walking, exercising, make sure you're eating properly, all those things. But I never realized we are not working upon our mental stress, which is piling up, and that is not getting an outlet in a right way. So self-care in terms of me time for some creative activity. For last 2 years, I've started working upon my me time, which really gives me that happiness when I'm doing it. Like, I love making mandala cards and gift around to my network. So I've started putting some act time in week when I just sit and draw and sketch. I put on the music, I draw and sketch. It fills me with that energy which I have just let go in last week. So once a week, make sure you are sitting with some activity. Body aerobics is something which always gives me energy. So every day I'm trying to do sometime, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Just put on I follow one lady, Deepti, amazing body aerobics instructor, and I just love dancing. So I just let go. So everybody's having some outlet of their creativity part, right? Believe me, it's not a waste of time. It will give you and fill you with confidence and energy and clarity. Yoga has helped me a lot. Mindfulness activities in terms of meditation. For me, meditation 2 years back was just sitting for some time, listen to music and relax. No. Power of breathing. Since last was 1 year, I have started focusing on power of breathing, using the power of breathing for your personal excellence. There are certain ways. I mean, there are so many names nowadays for breathing. 4, 4, 6, 8, box breathing. When you will Google out, in fact, I've written an article also on that and talked about it in a video also. Believe me, that will give you that amazing power of mindfulness that you will be addicted. I'm really addicted with my breathing activities, which I have to sit the moment I get up for 15 minutes and I do it. So
right.
it comes with meditation from some of yoga, and when you Google, you will come to know about it. So yes, there are various ways. So right now, I'm focusing on these ways. There's so
Wonderful.
much to talk about, but yeah, in my country, so
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
thanks for sharing, some of the, practical actions that you are taking to stay in the game. And I think I love what you say about upskilling yourself, to continue to upskill. I think being a lifelong learner is the key,
That's the
one of
key.
the keys to stay in the game.
Very true.
Yeah, because things are always evolving, new inventions are always coming up, especially in the era of AI. Every minute, or even every second, something new is already
Something
out
is popping
there.
up.
Yeah, so being a lifelong learner, continue to upskill, continue to, improve, enhance, and increase your knowledge, in the area of your expertise. And then, of course, you mentioned self care, right?
Yeah.
Having me time, having creative activity. I love that. And then also movement and exercise, right? Breathing techniques, or you go for a walk, or just soak yourself in nature. Yeah, I think these are all very, very valuable, great tips, right? Practical tips that I hope our audience are making those. I'm typing while you were sharing. These are all nuggets of experience that we want to share with our audience. Thank you so much, Charu, for sharing what you actually practice. Now, the next question will be about core values,
Okay.
because we yeah, and so what are some of the, or do you have a set of core values, and what are they?
Well, I love this question. The core values are. I mean, Women Life started with the base of some core values only, which was promoting excellence in women. That was the idea. So we believe in the empowerment of women. We believe in authenticity, power of authenticity. We always say, make sure you are never losing your authenticity, because that is a power, superpower for every woman. And every woman has to use that power, and she can only use if she is empowered with the right mindset and right knowledge. So you have to keep working upon that. It's not that you get it in one go. So this is something which we strongly believe about. And the other core value is the collaboration. Collaboration is amazing. I mean, resource, or rather say it should be the way to go, because when you collaborate with other people, you can achieve big. Because if you are giving to other person something honestly, and it's a genuine collaboration, and other person is also giving you honestly, believe me, many things can be achieved together. Because I have worked a lot since my first entrepreneurship journey through collaboration. So all these nuggets are like to help yourself to go to the next level and understand better and learn better from others. So, yeah, collaboration, authenticity, excellence. We value that authenticity in our storytelling. Whatever storytelling you are having, that has to be genuine. Don't fake, don't go what others are doing. Believe in yourself and your authentic power, and power of your authentic story, and be confident and proud of that story. Lillian, whenever she's organizing in our meetings, we are having amazing sessions. We are having all those sessions where we are sharing our stories, where we are showcasing the vulnerabilities. We say it's not to hide, it has to be shown to the world that we have dared to cross those challenges and we are here. So you should never hide those vulnerabilities, those weak points of your life. Talk about it proudly and showcase to world that you have done it. So all these things we value at Women Lies, and we respect in every woman. And we say, don't stop yourself because of this, because this is something which is giving base to go on the next level. So keep going for that.
I love your core values, and they are very in alignment. We are on the same page, on the same journey, in the same direction, and which is why we are attracted to each other. And women will share the same core values. We can do things together because we know that these are the values that we stand on, and they are non-negotiables, right? I love what you said about authenticity, and it is, I always say this also, right, in our community, that our business is an expression or an extension or a reflection of who we are.
Yes.
Yeah. So the more we are real to ourselves, the more we are able to be real to the people that we serve.
Very
And
true.
yeah, so thank you for reinforcing the importance of having a core value in the area of being authentic. And collaboration was another one that you mentioned. So I hope to see more collaborations happening
Yes, I am
in the
looking forward.
community.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we also actively connect each other to others who are able to support and add value to each
Very true.
other, right? So
Yes.
I think connected you to ABWCI, and
Yes,
I think
I'm
that
so
was a
grateful.
wonderful
Definitely.
connection that you had.
Definitely. I'm so grateful for that. And it's really giving me hope that if things work out, we can really work out to give platform to so many women across. So I'm really putting fingers crossed.
All right, we can't close this conversation without talking about courage,
Yes, that's
courage and leadership, right? So, what
yes.
does courage and leadership mean to you?
Well, I think courage and leadership go hand in hand, because courage is about standing up for your own values, speaking your truth, and taking action, even when you are uncertain or afraid, isn't it? Right? We have been through that journey that still, if we are having that fear in our heart, we are speaking about it, we are daring to go ahead. So that's courage for me. It's about breaking barriers, questioning norms, and believing in yourself when word doubts you, because many episodes come in life where whole world is doubting you, but you are not. Don't don't do that. Also, never doubt yourself. So courage is all about coming up for yourself in these situations. And leadership, on the other hand, can be about inspiring others through that courage. Whatever courage you have taken, if you are sharing with others, many other people get inspiration out of it, because we all human are same as humans, right? So human connection has to be respected. So showing examples through courage and leadership and talking about it and sharing with others can really inspire others. So it's not about titles, it's not about power, it's about taking responsibility of being authentic and lifting others as you rise. So that's leadership and that's courage to me, and I think both can go together.
Wonderful. So beautifully said. Thank you so much, Charu. Yeah, I can't agree enough about breaking barriers, breaking fear barriers, especially, all that fear factor in the head. Yeah, so breaking those barriers, whatever barriers that you imposed on yourself or embrace that you have embraced and entertained, break those barriers, show up. And you said show up for yourself. If you
Correct.
can't even show up for yourself, what are we talking about leadership? First is self leadership, right? Which we always talk about. It starts with the self leadership. So thank you so much again, Charu, for setting aside your valuable time
Pleasure.
to share your nuggets of wisdom and experience.
Thank you so
And
much.
I just want to end this conversation with this quote that I personally came to realize that our lives, really unfolds in proportion to the courage to first lead ourselves.
Very true. Very powerful saying, I must say that.
Yeah, I think that is the first step. So, which is why we want to encourage our audience out there, aspiring entrepreneurs, or those of you who are starting out or pivoted from employment to entrepreneurship. Now, you don't have to do this alone. Right? We have a community where you can join us, and there's so many wonderful and powerful leaders here, women like Charu, who are leading the way, who have such a wealth of experience to share. And we encourage peer mentoring here in a community.
Definitely.
So there's yeah, you don't have to go through this alone. Entrepreneurship doesn't have to be lonely. Yeah, we are here for each other, to support each other.
I agree.
So Charu, any last word to share before I also ask, where should the ladies reach out to you, if they want to find out more, and I've also put down womenlines.com,
Yep.
the website, so that they
Yep.
can check out your website. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Any last word?
Definitely do subscribe Women Lines. There's no cost for it, because weekly you will be receiving amazing content which can really help you in some way. And do follow us on the social medias we're having. Plus, we can connect over LinkedIn and drop a message if you want to have some chat. We'll love to be open about it and have some discussion if you're having any challenge. My last tip, I would love to say that love yourself, take care of yourself. Never let the inner spark die, because that is only which can help you to lead life forever. Because if you are not respecting yourself and loving yourself, nobody else will stand for yourself. So the first step, as Lilian has wonderfully shared, lead yourself. That is something which has to be done by everybody, every woman especially. So yes, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, remember to click subscribe and share this channel and this episode to all the women out there. And if you want to be connected on a global platform, do reach out to Charu. We are on her womenlines.com. So we'll see you at our next episode of Voices of Courage Asia. Remember to lead yourself.
Yes.
See you at the next episode.
Thank you, Lilian.
Bye.
Bye.